Not sure what kind it is, but hopefully it'll work. Betty Lake on this game is kind of like the beginner's game, beginner's lake here on Ultimate Fishing 1. Nothing too exciting. I figure I'd just play this. Been running around a lot, and I kind of got a little burned out of running around yesterday. Anybody saw my video on the little place out there in a place called Bahama? That's a little gas station I found out there. And then checked out some tractors and stuff, and some curing barns out there in the boonies. But that's kind of how it is out here in the south. Not a whole lot really going on, especially in the summertime, because it's so god awful hot outside right now. It's probably about 95 degrees right now. And if I actually went out there now, I'd probably just lay down on the grass and expire. For anybody from California, you come out here, especially in the summertime, you're like, this don't feel like California summer. You know what I mean? This is like going to the African jungle at any time of year and just standing there sweating. But the one thing about it is that it really is beautiful. North Carolina's got to be one of the most beautiful states I've ever been in. I've been in quite a few of them. I've been in New Mexico. I've been in Nevada, California, been to Mexico. I've been all over the country, and I've driven across country about 6-7 times. But this state here has to be. I mean, it's brutal in the winter, in the summertime. In the wintertime, it can get really. They can get cold in the winter. In the wintertime, you really, you don't really want to be out there running around, especially when it snows. And then we get the crazy storms. A few tornadoes come through every once in a while, but mostly like tropical type storms that just kind of come in real quick and they leave quick. So those are always kind of fun to watch the storm come through. It kind of rains havoc on all the power companies and stuff because everybody's scrambling. And since we don't have like a whole lot of storms here, when we do have any type of emergency, people are just going to the stores and just cleaning out the shelves, just like anywhere really. I mean, it's a little lower key out here than versus California, where people are just like, just go totally ballistic when anything happens. I was actually in California back in the day when the O.J. Simpson thing happened. That was back in, I think, 94 or something like that. Reginald Denny, I think I remember that too. And it was pretty nuts back then. So to expect society to be anything more than just crazy if you get out there and you're running around is pretty much on you, because it's not really going to change. Not with the way people are as far as waking up and going, I'm on. And to get to my age at 61 years old, you're no longer on. You're just hanging in there. Somebody come up to you and say, oh, so how you been? I'm hanging in there. That's about all I would say at this point. So how you doing? I'm hanging in there. And that's about it. It's not a good time to be out there riding bikes around. Not a good time to be out there fishing right now. It's a good time to sit and do nothing. Play a video game. If it ain't Ed McMahon coming to the door to give me some money, I don't care. Besides, he's gone. So we're catching a couple fish right now. Nothing too big because I'm using small hooks on this guy. No, might have to change it up because I've got some bigger gear on here since I made some money catching these fish. That's the way this ultimate fishing works, is you basically catch a fish, make some money on it, you'll see when you bring them in. Tells you exactly how far it is, how far this fish is from your pole. When you catch it, and down here it says sell it $15. Or you can release it and get two experience points, or you just keep it. So I sell it, and then you have to go back and probably put some more bait on. So I'll put a maggot on here. Get a feeder bait. Put a feeder bait on here. Hope anybody watches this stupid channel. If you can even hear me. And then basically, if you're fishing using a mouse, you just kind of click it with the mouse on the left mouse, and then it just casts out. So just sit here and try to catch another fish. One thing I noticed driving around, or even like watching some other videos, is like a lot of businesses are like folding, but then you notice like the businesses that aren't folding are like smoke shops or like vape shops. Every time I go into a store, it seems like I'm picking up a vape or something, even though it's not good for me. And it might kill me eventually. But if it don't kill me, if this little stupid vape don't kill me, then old age will kill me or something will. I don't fly because I hate flying. Even get to the point I don't even like driving. But back in the day, when I was working as an electrician, I used to have to drive like 75 miles just to get to a job. Then I get to the job and stand around for a half hour, an hour, wait for all the other trades to get in, and then work for sometimes 14 hours a day. Most of the time like 8 to 10 hours. And then have another 75-mile drive back home. And at this point, 61 years old, especially after climbing under buildings, climbing in ceilings, almost falling through ceilings a few times, I got nothing left in the tank. But the one thing I always did like to do is play video games, and even when I was working, I always wished I could get paid to just sit at home. Sit at home and play video games. So what do you want to do? I want to get paid to play video games. And yeah, I'm very lucky I can do that. We got a couple of fish. If you press Q, this thing will come back in. Move my head out of the way. Sorry about that. And then I'm going to check out my hook situation. I'm using a 4, and then maybe go to 3 is bigger, 2, 1 is that's smaller, so we'll use that one. Just one hook. And the line's like 37 kilos or something, like 22 kilos. Pole is 36 kilos. That's just the basis of how much it can withstand. gonna cast that again. So if you're out and about outside, make sure you drink tons of water. Even if you're not outside, drink tons of water. It'll lengthen your, it'll improve the quality of your life. And if you get to be an old fart like me at 61, my advice is go easy on yourself. Don't let people bother you. Not unless they're willing to pay your rent, mortgage, car payment, whatever. If they're just bugging to bug, tell them to go away. That's my new motto. And since my name is Dave, another motto is, Dave's not here. I don't know if anybody knows of that, but that's from Cheech and Chong back in the 70s. Little skit they did. So I've increased my hook size. Hasn't told me that the hook's too big yet. Anybody want to get a nice cheap computer that'll last a long time? Check out CyberPower. They're kind of bare bones, basic gaming computers, but I've had this one for 5 years and it's still working. I know it's not really fast, but I'm not really playing any real fast FPS games. My mind doesn't, everything's too fast in front of me, so I have to just kind of, I can play the NASCAR games, but anything fast, like real fast, just kind of jacks up my mind. Not catching anything here. I'm gonna bring her in. I'm gonna go over to this corner. I'm gonna try to catch something off of here. Basically, check our feeder bait. Got a feeder bait there. Hook size is alright. I got worms and a maggot on here. And that lower bar just tells you how far you're going to cast. And then you cast that bad boy out, wait. So that's about it. This is Ultimate Fishing 1. Pretty cool game. Pretty chill game. Starting to rain a little bit. So any advice I would have for younger people these days is what a hell of an environment we live in today. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But coming from growing up in the 70s and 80s, my advice to younger people would be is to learn something that you can use and to get the hell off of social media. All the TikTok and all this, I gotta lower my hook size, all this crazy stuff and all this extreme crap is so horrible for your brain because it's too much coming at you. I mean, you got way too much stuff coming at you all at once. It's like, yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Who is it?